They say a shadow never moves until light hits it just right, and just now, the glare is harsh, harsher than Elon Musk ever expected. The world demands an answer. The papers are filled with rumors, with leaks, with insinuations. His name appears in newly released Epstein documents. The whispered question thunders through the media, on social media, across late-night talk shows. Did he know? Did he collude? Did he consent? At last, Musk speaks. And when he does, it's not the brush of denial. They are waiting for that. It is the clang of bold defiance. Epstein tried to get me. I refused. It is not a whispered apology, nor a carefully hedged denial. It is a declaration, delivered in a tone meant to slice through insinuation. In that one short sentence, he seeks to reframe the narrative. Not as a passive bystander caught in a web of scandal, but as someone who stood his ground. Prologue. The invitation. The first time the name whispers to his life, it comes as a casual social call, an introduction through intermediaries, an icebreaker at a party. In retrospect, it is easy to see how lines get blurred. But Musk insists the contact was superficial, limited, cautious. He acknowledges that he once spent no more than half an hour in Epstein's Manhattan house, in the afternoon, with Tallulah Riley, who was curious about meeting Epstein while writing a novel. According to Musk, nothing untoward was seen, just weird art, he says, and Epstein then tried to lobby Musk repeatedly to visit his private island. Musk says he declined. Newsweek. It's the island invitation that becomes the fulcrum. If he had accepted, the optics, perhaps the reality, would have shifted irreversibly. But refusal, that becomes his shield. Rising tides. Documents and denials. In recent weeks, a set of Epstein schedules, notes, diaries, and other documents have been made public by U.S. House Democrats, revealing names of powerful figures Epstein may have met or intended to meet. Elon Musk's name is among them. Reuters. Critics jump. A name in a calendar note is as good as guilt in the court of public opinion. Musk's defenders counter. The presence of a name proves nothing. As Musk himself put it elsewhere, he denied any financial ties. That cretin never advised me on anything whatsoever. Business Insider. Yet questions swirl. Did Epstein ever exaggerate his closeness for the prestige of association? Did others around Musk introduce the tie without his direct approval? Did he underestimate how a fleeting acquaintance might be spun into something far darker? The statement, "I refused." When Musk addresses the sea of accusation and suspicion, he does more than say, no, he frames the moment as one of moral clarity. They tried. I refused. He insists the advances were insistent. The island invitation was persistent, but the answer remained firm. That choice, he claims, shows that proximity is not complicity. Someone can be known, can be pushed, can be even courted, and still have the moral agency to say, no. The line between acquaintance and collusion, in his telling, is drawn in the act of refusal. Yet this claim must bear weight. A name in a file can be fished by prosecutors. Public suspicion can be fanned by media. His defenders hope that his unyielding stance will be seen not as an afterthought but as a first principle. Conflict. Credibility, memory, and narrative. But the world is less kind than the inner monologue. In the glare of headlines and cable panels, three fierce challenges rise. 1. Memory versus documentation. A denier can always argue, I don't recall, but documents do not forget. Schedules, index cards, notes, they behave like evidence. If a meeting was penciled in, however tentative, the question is whether it happened, and what content it held. 2. The power of others. Even if Musk himself refused, others might have moved in behind his back. Introductions could occur without his awareness. Acting through proxies, planning events in his orbit, making decisions he would not endorse, but benefiting from the aura of connection. That is how reputations and taints spread. 3. Doubt in the mind of the public. In today's world, half the battle is perception. Even an ironclad statement can be undermined through insinuation, by social media virality, by the republication of unverified claims. Musk's bold, I refused, needs counterweight in fact, not just rhetoric. Thus, Musk must not only refuse, he must provide context, recollection, and perhaps transparency. He must show what he means by tried, how he refused, who attempted what, and when. Without that, his defense may crumble like a house of mirrors. Aftermath. The long shadow. Even if Musk's declaration resonates, the shadow of Epstein continues to loom. Documents may emerge with new names. Collateral names, executives, trustees, partners, may carry fragments of linkage. The impulse to dig, to follow threads, to peer into financial, social, and political webs is relentless. Moreover, the broader question haunts. If Epstein's client list ever becomes fully public, who else is named? Musk has even claimed the refusal to release the documents is because high-profile names, like Donald Trump, are in them. A.com.tr. It becomes a contest. The hidden versus the revealed. The protected versus the vulnerable. The silence of power versus the outcry for truth. In time, reputations may shift, alliances fracture, and new revelations may recontextualize Musk's refusal, turning it either into a defense or a distraction. Epilogue. The weight of a word. Epstein tried to get me, I refused. The statement aims to do more than deny. It aims to pivot the conversation. It says, yes, there was an approach, but even more importantly, the approach was rejected. There is drama in that refusal. In this telling, refusal is the act that separates the innocent from the complicit, the strong from the corrupted, the autonomous from the clouded. But whether the world accepts that partition depends on evidentiary clarity and the coherence of counter-narratives. In the courtroom of media and historical memory, Musk's statement is not a finale but a chapter, one that demands follow-up, scrutiny, cross-examination, and perhaps vindication. The name on the page is just a starting point. The truth lies in patterns, in consistency, in choice. The light is harsh now. Shadows stretch long, and the question lingers. When the dust settles, will the refusal be remembered as defiance, or as the echo of a moment too fraught to fully escape? If you like, I can refine this into a news feature style or blend in verified facts more tightly. Do you want me to adapt it?